Today I want to talk about being the artist of your own life. Why do we need to be the artist, the creator of our own life? And how can we be such artists? And how can we break through our limitations? So stay with me till the end, and this is what we'll explore today, how to be the artist of your own life. I'm Esther, QHHT Level 2 Practitioner, and my mission is to help people take their power back and become the powerful creators that we're all meant to be. About 2 years ago, I was in a cab, in an Uber, going to work, going to a fitting, and I started talking with the cab driver, and we were talking about our passions in life. And I said, well, you know, I'm very lucky because I'm a costume designer and this is what I always wanted to be, and I worked really hard to be this, and now my dream has become a reality, so I'm really happy. And he said, oh, well, you know, I kind of did the same. I was a hypnotherapist and I really loved doing that for a while. And I said, wow, hypnotherapist, oh, that's also one of my passions. I really want to become a QHHT practitioner. And I said, but you know, I've already got one passion, so I don't know if I can make a career out of that. And then he said to me, well, you know, you can have more than one passion in life. And where there's passion, there's money. So don't worry, go for it. I was like, wow, you can have more than one passion in life. Wow, that was new to me. I didn't realize that you could. And so we kept on talking, and I said to him, well, so if your passion is doing hypnotherapy, why are you doing a cab driver now? Why are you being an Uber now? And he said to me, well, you know, I'm going through divorce, and at the moment I don't really feel like I can do this at the best of my ability, and for me and for my clients. So at the moment I just prefer to take a rest, and I'll come back to it later when I feel better. And I was like, wow, this is another lesson, seriously, because when you have a passion, it's really important to do it in the best of your ability for yourself and for whoever you're sharing it with. And this is reminding me of the law of attraction in a way, because the more you do something and the more you act in a certain way, the more you feel in a certain way, the more of that you get. So obviously, if you're not practicing your passion in the right way, this is what you get back. And this is the way I had to learn, the really hard way, if you want. So in this 20-minute cab ride, I learned 3 very important things. 1, you can have more than one passion in life. 2, where there's passion, there's money. And 3, respect your passion. So I went on doing my job as a costume designer for a few years, and things were going okay, but as you know, when you're in a creative industry and you really love your job, you tend to give more than what you should, and also you tend to work for free sometimes because people think, oh well, she loves her job so she doesn't need to get paid for it, or there's a bit of something like that going on. And I had to prove myself many times. I kept on going. I really gave it my all until one day I was on a shoot, and it was a very stressful job, but I was kind of used to that. That was normal to me, people demanding the impossible at the last minute and me trying to make it happen, trying to make magic for people. And so yeah, I was just doing that, and then suddenly I had a sort of panic attack. I started really having like really bad palpitations, and I said to the producer standing next to me, I said to him, well, you know, I think one day I might have a heart attack. And he said to me, yeah, you probably will. And so after that, yeah, my work became a bit difficult because I still had the same love and the same passion for my job, but I knew that I had a tendency to push myself too far. And the body will give you signs that you're going too far. It will give you signs that you need to stop, that you need to have a rest, that it's time maybe to reevaluate things. But the mind is very powerful, and the mind will keep you going. It will keep you going, especially if you're motivated, if you love what you do. The mind will keep you going. The mind will say, it's okay, you can go that extra mile, you can keep on going. And so I didn't really listen for a while, but I realized that day is a bit like the day I broke my own heart in a way. It was the day my dream became a sort of nightmare, because every job that came after that, I always had at the back of my mind, is this the job that's going to kill me? Is this going to be the end of it all? I started being really worried, and so I took a break and I reevaluated things. And when I came back to work, I tried to do things in a different way. I tried to have more respect for myself, and I tried to do things in a more sustainable way. I had moved on. I had realized that I could not go on like this, and so I was trying to do things in a different way. But the people I worked for had not realized that. For them, it was still the same person they were employing, and they didn't understand when I asked for more money, when I asked for an assistant to share the workload, when I asked for all my days to be paid so I didn't work for free on certain days. And for them, it became really not understandable. They thought, well, this is not the person we used to employ before, you know. And Einstein says something very interesting. He says you cannot fix a problem with the same level of consciousness that created the problem. And I realized that the people that were employing me had not had to fix that problem, and they were still on the old level of consciousness, except I had moved on, and so there was a disparity, if you like, and it didn't work so well. So I realized that if I wanted to keep on practicing my passion, I would either have to change completely the people that I was working with and kind of start from zero or start all over again, or I would have to change careers. And in the end, I thought it better for myself to change careers and to start practicing my other passion, which was doing QHHT, which is what I'm doing now, which is much more rewarding, because now I help people find their passion and achieve their goals, and this is much more rewarding for me and for them as well. So you could say in a way that I had to let go of my passion, of my dream, because I was not doing it in a sustainable way, and in the end it came against me. It became more of a nightmare. Eckhart Tolle says that the act of letting go is sometimes more powerful than defending or hanging on. And in that way, that was true for me. It was better for me to move on to another career than to keep on doing what I was doing in the wrong way. And lately, I was watching an interview of Sergei Polunin, who's a very beautiful ballet dancer, one of the best dancers of this century. And he was saying in this interview that for him as well, his dream became his nightmare. He started dancing at the age of 5, and he went on to be one of the principal dancers at the Royal Ballet, a very coveted role. And he did very, very well in his career. But one day he realized that he had become a slave to his passion. And so he quit the Royal Ballet, and he decided he was never going to dance again. He was going to become an actor or do something else. And when he was filming the video for Hosier's Take Me to Church, he decided that that day was going to be his last dance. He was never going to dance again after this. And so he gave it his all, and he had to bring up a lot of emotions to do this performance. And so he went through in his head, he said he cried for 9 hours, and in a way you can feel that in the performance. He went through all the reasons why he started ballet in the first place, and why he had to stop today, why he could not go on the way he had been going. I felt really close to that story. I felt, wow, this is kind of what happened to me. I could not go on either. And he said that the day he decided to dance again is when he saw that video, which had 16 million views on YouTube, had inspired so many kids, and he saw them dance to that choreography, and he realized the power that he had in that way. He had given away his power, and now he realized that he could take back his power. And the way he said that, he said, I realized that I had become a slave to my passion, and that the only way that I could dance ever again was if I was to be the artist, the creator. He had to change perspective, and he had to take his power back. And that's what made him go back to his passion and do it in a different way, and in a way that was more caring towards himself and towards the world. I thought it was a beautiful story that really inspired me, and this is why I wanted to make this video today, because we can do this. We can practice our passion in a sustainable way. And so how to do this, how to become the artist of our life? Well, we all have a genius. We all have a kind of intelligence, whether you're good at numbers or whether you're good at marketing, whether you're good at being a mum, whether you're good at yoga, music, anything. We all have a gift that we need to honor. The way to become the artist of our life, the master of our passion, is to honor that gift and do it in a sustainable way. In another interview that I was watching about ballet, one of the dancers says, there's a limit to how much you can push yourself every day. And I'm using ballet as an example because it is such a hard discipline. It is such a way of life that if you don't find this balance, if you go too far and you break your body, you could completely ruin your career in one day. So you have to find this balance, and it is very crucial. This is how you break through your own limitations, because you push a little bit every day, but also you know your boundaries. And so this can be done in a loving way. And when there's little progress every day, this is how dreams can become reality. This is how the impossible, or what seems impossible today, might actually become a reality in the future. And if you do it in a sustainable way, then this reality, this dream, can come true and can stay with you. In art, it's the same thing. So if you want to be the artist of your life, in art there are what we call canons of beauty. And these are proportions, rules that change over time and that are redefined by the artist himself and by cultures. But these are rules that help the artist produce an art piece that is in proportion, an art piece that is harmonious, that is beautiful. And so these canons of beauty are the same thing as for us. If we want to create a harmonious life, we have to obey certain boundaries. Maybe we have to create certain boundaries for ourselves to make this way of life a dream, to make this way of life a real way of sharing our beauty. Whatever you do in life, do it because you love it. Give it your best, but don't give it your all. Always keep those boundaries. Try and keep that balance. And so you can then create a life. You can then realize a dream that would last, a dream that would be there forever. And you can make beauty. You can make of your life an art piece, and you can be the real artist, the creator of your life. So if you like this video, please like it, please let me know in the comments, please share it, and also subscribe if you want me to keep on creating videos about the wonders of the universe and how to navigate them. And until next time, much love, thank you, and stay in love, share the light.